fruitwood shepherd's chair with a rope base, or a lambing chair where the shepherd would sit and bottle feed the lamb in his arms, with draught excluders at the back. In the second room place, where we normally start the guided tours and visitors coming through, we have, between two very nicely carved wainscot chairs, this elm dresser, or dresser base. Again, beautifully preserved. Mrs. Fowler takes a personal pride in all of this furniture. At one time she personally polished everything every day. Over here we've got a Welsh item, a Welsh settle. Early 17th century, beautifully carved, especially along the top there, with 5 panels. It's called a settle because when the family was seated on that near the fireplace, the family was said to be settled. As we pan around, we've got a finely carved example of a late 16th century coffer. Like many of these items, in absolute mint condition. A joint stool in the corner. As we pan around to the fireplace, we have a fine example here of an ecclesiastical wainscot chair, dated about 1630. It's quite interesting to note some of the pagan symbolism on a religious chair. Beautifully carved, in lovely condition. This alms dish here, up on top of the mantel shelf, depicts Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden. The tree in the centre, the serpent wrapped around the tree. Certainly a beautiful brass item, similar to the 2 alms dishes in the first room, the entrance room. Underneath the flowers in the well bucket, there's a beautiful example of a linen fold coffer with carved panels, dated about 1640. And now we're resting on a very nice example of a wainscot chair. Circa 1600. Whose initials that PB is, we don't know. Just above that, some very nice needlework. And to the right of that, a citern, like an early model guitar. And quite a rare map there of Warwickshire in England, where of course Stratford is. A late 16th century joint stool at the fireplace. A child's high chair that would be at home in many modern homes. Still very practical. And here's a little settle. Little because it's a children's settle. All made in oak. Swing around to the second wainscot chair in this room in the museum. Called wainscot chairs because they were actually moved back to the wainscot after the family had, or the head of the family perhaps, had finished eating his meal. The end room in Shakespeare-Birthplace is a museum with display cabinets and a degree of furniture. This particular chair is another Yorkshire chair, like the one in the previous room, with beautifully carved acorns suspended from the carving of the back. Dating back to the period of Charles I. Just a correction there, 1665 was not Charles I, it was Charles II, shortly after the Cromwellian period, when we had a break in the monarchy. In the showcases there are many items unique to the period. As we pan around we can see the nobleman's cap, a very fine example of gold needlework. Come past a Yorkshire chair, a joint stool. We're now looking at a sword chest, just a fairly plain plank chest. A little bit of carving. Another Yorkshire chair towards the corner.